are they seaworthy? That's the question.
That is the question. I'm sure they will be.
In the fall of 2021, John hatched a plan for us to take an extended sea kayaking trip in the north along the coast of Maine into Canada the following summer. But first order of business was to procure a couple of kayaks. He found a listing on a paddling forum for 2 Valley kayaks in Mississippi that he thought might be the right fit for both of us. So we took a road trip down and be the ones.
I had spent most of my 20s in a kayak in one form or another, whether I was instructing, guiding, paddling myself in river or sea kayaks. And it was such a wonderful part of my life. And I feel so fortunate to be able to get back in a boat and just be on the water and in touch with that. And then to share it with Katie is such a joy. It's such a treat. And to have our first paddle in her backyard hiking trails, to see it from a new vantage point, it really couldn't have been a better day. We chose Brantford Point for our sea trials because it's very protected. There's a river pouring into a bay, and we wanted to avoid a lot of swells. We hadn't procured skirts yet, which left us a little vulnerable because our kayak sits so low in the water. So we wanted to make sure there was not a lot of swell and wave, and man, we picked a perfect day for it. To our great satisfaction, these valley boats were in pretty good shape. They'd been stored out in the sun for a little while, so that gave us a little bit of hesitation. But once we got them back, we flipped them over, we looked at the gel coat. Gel coat looked good, just some, normal wear and tear scratches. We got some new hatch covers for them. I filled them up with water to make sure they weren't leaking, which they weren't. We replaced all the deck lines and the deck bungee, and we played around with the skegs, and those seemed to go well. And we took them for some paddles, which they paddled amazing. Once Katie and I committed to do the sea kayak trip, starting in Portland, Maine, and heading north with no destination set and no time restrictions against us, we got a lot of questions from our friends and family. Not the questions I kind of expected, like, how do you think it'll impact you or change you? What do you think you'll see? But more questions of a technical nature, like, where are you going to stay? What will you eat? How are you going to fit everything in those boats? And where will you go to the bathroom? Now, those technical questions are important and they deserve an answer, but I don't find any of them that difficult to answer. Thanks to MITA.org, there are many campsites on the Maine coast, more than I can count. There are marinas that provide laundry and shower. There's little port towns where we can resupply, maybe get a coffee or a lobster roll. I'm going to bring a solar panel with me, which will charge a battery, and that battery will charge our electronics, which allows us to have access to the internet on our phones and all the apps that we could want, from Navionics to Google Maps to the MITA.org for campsites to tide tables to weather apps to Windy. Just a plethora of information at our fingertips, and a GPS location so we never feel like we're lost at all. One of the bigger challenges is going to be bringing water. We're going to try and carry 27 liters of water in our boats with us. And as far as the bathroom goes, well, I'd encourage you to go to MITA.org, MITA.org /visit, scroll down, and you can read all about it.